Okay, so I'm just gonna say this, that I went to China, and it is not what you think it is. We were also told that there were no homeless in China, and there are everywhere. There's people living in boxes. There's people living on the street everywhere. I don't know why they pushed this narrative that there's no homeless, because when I first got to Beijing, we stayed in a 5-star hotel, and right outside my window, because I was up on like the 5th story or something, and right outside my window there were people living in boxes. That's not a home. There were also, as we left some of the tourist attractions, our tour guide was adamant that we not give money or pay attention to the children who had deformities, because they're purposefully deformed to gain sympathy from tourists, to gain money for the people that own them. We watched a woman get beaten with an umbrella on the street by a man that, like, we were on the bus and we're driving, and he was just beating her with an umbrella, and people are just walking by. One of the schools that we visited, the kids that were, because I was in middle school at the time, and they have schools that are strictly for like sports, and so these children would go to school. They were picked out for what they thought they would be most successful at, and so if they continued to meet standards for the athletics program that they were chosen for, they would go to this boarding school, and they are locked into their rooms at night. You could see the locks were on the outside of their rooms. Shanghai was different, a lot more money, and we did meet like a woman who, she was really from Hong Kong and married a German man, and lived in Shanghai, and got to see how she lived, and she lived extravagantly, because she made a good amount of money, and she lived with a German man, and I guarantee you that what we're seeing out of China is being heavily monitored, because as we were leaving, all of our stuff got searched for any kind of media, SD cards, USBs, anything that they thought would have images or media that they didn't approve of us having. And our tour guide made sure to tell us, like, hey, you're not allowed to take pictures of the military, you're not allowed to take pictures of certain things there, and if they catch you trying to leave with SD cards or things that they don't approve of, then you'll be sent to prison in China. So just remember that everything that's coming out of there is heavily monitored, and we're seeing what they're allowed to show us.